Welcome to today's Explainer. If you're over 60, you've probably been told your entire life that walking is the absolute best, safest, and smartest way to stay active. It's kind of the golden rule of aging well, right? Well, today we're going to look at some truly fascinating new research and real world proof that suggests otherwise. It turns out there's one specific, highly accessible movement that is actually even more critical than walking when it comes to protecting your independence, your energy, and your longevity. And honestly, the most surprising part, most seniors aren't doing it at all. Okay, let's dive into this. Is walking really the best exercise out there for seniors? It's a deeply ingrained myth that a daily walk is a complete fitness routine all on its own. But let's be totally honest for a second here. Do you ever feel like, no matter how faithfully you get your steps in every single day, your legs still feel just a little weak? Maybe your balance feels a bit shaky or your stamina just isn't quite what it used to be. Listen, you are definitely not alone in this. Millions of people walk every single day and still struggle with joint pain, fatigue, and poor posture. Validating that experience is really the first step to understanding what your body actually needs right now. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly why walking just isn't quite enough on its own. When you walk, you're in a constant state of forward motion. You're primarily working the exact same limited group of muscles over and over again. Plus, because one foot is literally always on the ground, walking only supports a fraction of your body weight. Contrast that with real strength training, like getting up from a low chair. When you do that, you are lifting almost your entire body weight straight up against gravity. That is what daily life truly demands. And it's exactly why someone can walk miles every day but still struggle to simply stand up from a deep, comfy sofa. So, this brings us to a pretty crucial biological reality: sarcopenia. Basically, this is the age-related muscle loss that accelerates pretty significantly after we hit 60. Simply put, if we don't actively challenge our muscles, we lose them way faster than our bodies can rebuild them. And here is why that matters so much. Muscle isn't just about looking fit. Muscle is life. It protects your aging joints. It acts as a sink to keep your blood sugar stable. It supports your bone density, and it prevents disability. Walking simply doesn't challenge the muscles with enough intensity to signal your body to hit the brakes on this natural decline. Because muscle is absolutely vital. The medical data reveals a startling truth. The ultimate predictor of whether you're going to live independently in your 70s, 80s, and beyond, it's not your weight. It's not your cholesterol. It isn't even how many daily steps you're logging on your fitness tracker. No, the biggest predictor of long-term independence is your leg strength, your balance, and specifically, your biological age as measured by the 30-second sit-to-stand test. Literally, how quickly and stably can you move from a seated position to a standing one? So what is the solution to all of this? It's a simple, powerful, and incredibly life-changing movement known as the chair squat. Yep, just standing up and sitting down from a chair, but done intentionally and correctly. Now, it might sound almost too basic, but this is a foundational movement utilized by physical therapists all over the world to safely rehabilitate patients, prevent falls, and rebuild long-term mobility. It's amazing because it meets your body exactly where it is today. Unlike walking, this single, completely safe movement activates all the largest muscle groups in your entire body at the exact same time. We're talking about your thighs, your hips, your glutes, your core, and your lower back. These are the exact critical muscles you absolutely rely on for climbing a flight of stairs, carrying heavy groceries, getting out of bed smoothly, and, most importantly, catching yourself before a fall. You are basically training the body as a complete, fully coordinated system. Okay, I want to walk you through exactly how to do this safely so you can see just how incredibly accessible it really is. First things first, sit on the edge of a sturdy chair, and please, no wheels unless you want an unplanned ride across the kitchen. Keep your feet flat on the floor, about shoulder width apart. Keep your chest tall, relax your shoulders, and look straight ahead. Then, lean forward just slightly from your hips. Press firmly right through your heels and stand up smoothly. Don't rush it, and make sure you don't lock your knees at the top. Finally, slowly bend your hips and knees, lowering yourself completely under control until you gently touch the chair again. Let me tell you, that controlled lowering, that is exactly where the magic happens. Then there's also a hidden secret to proper form that makes this movement incredibly effective, and it's all in the breath. As you press up and stand tall, you want to breathe out through your mouth. And then, as you slowly lower yourself back down into the chair, you breathe in through your nose. This specific breathing pattern isn't just for relaxation, actually. It physically stabilizes your core, supports your spine, and helps keep your blood pressure perfectly balanced while you move. That is incredibly vital for this stage of life. Now, what's really interesting about this is the hidden biology, the real wow science moment happening right inside you. When you challenge your muscles against gravity like this, your body releases these powerful chemical messengers called myokines. Think of them as basically a natural anti-aging serum. These myokines travel right through your bloodstream, actively reducing inflammation, improving insulin sensitivity, and even supporting your brain health. While walking does produce some of these, resistance-based movements like the chair squat triggering much stronger response from your internal pharmacy. So we've talked a lot about the physical side, but we really have to discuss the profound emotional benefits of this exercise. As we age, it's super common to feel as though our world is slowly shrinking. Certain activities just feel too hard, or certain places feel too far away, and life can just become intimidating. Well, rebuilding your leg strength actually reverses this emotional shrinking. When your body feels physically capable again, your mind just opens up. You feel more confident to travel, to meet people, to try new things. Physical strength quite literally feeds your emotional strength. And you know that emotional shrinking often stems from a very real place, the fear of falling. This fear creates a devastating loop. It starts with the fear of slipping, which naturally leads you to decrease your daily movement. Because you're moving less, your muscle weakness increases. And tragically, that weakness leads to a much higher actual risk of falling. The chair squat compassionately breaks this danger cycle. It allows you to safely train your nervous system and practice recovering from a low position, all within a completely protected environment, right there with a chair directly beneath you.
So the crucial point is that your past history of pain or inactivity does absolutely not define your future. This exercise can be adapted to meet your body exactly where it is today. If you have sensitive knees, simply don't lower yourself as deep. If you've got a stiff lower back, just focus on keeping your chest tall and the movement incredibly slow. If you've been inactive for years, no problem. Start with just 3 or 4 repetitions. The power isn't in doing a massive amount right away. The power is in sending a gentle, consistent signal to your body that strength is still required. Let's move on and see how this builds, because the beauty of this is how easily it scales up. You never ever need expensive gym equipment or weights to progress. If you're a beginner, just aim for 3 to 5 reps and use the arm rests lightly for support. As you become intermediate, you might push for 10 to 15 reps and cross your arms over your chest so your legs are doing all the work. And for advanced strength without weights, simply slow down the descent. Take a full 3 seconds to sit down, or pause for 1 second, just hovering right above the seat before you sit. Those tiny adjustments force your muscles to adapt and grow immensely. And honestly, the best part of all of this life-changing habit takes just 5 minutes a day. Consistency will always outperform occasional intensity. A fantastic way to ensure you actually do it is a technique called habit stacking. Try doing 5 chair squats while you're waiting for the coffee water to boil in the morning, or right before you sit down for breakfast, or even during the commercial breaks of your favorite TV show. When you attach it to something you already do every single day, it becomes completely effortless. Now, just to be super clear, this explainer isn't about telling you to stop walking. Walking is absolutely fantastic for your mental health, your circulation, and your cardiovascular system. But to truly age well, we need a complete picture. As our source material beautifully puts it, think of walking as nourishment for your heart and chair squats as nourishment for your muscles and bones. They work together to form a balanced, complete approach to healthy, resilient aging. Which brings us to our final thought for today. You are not fragile. Your body is incredibly adaptive, it's intelligent, and it actively wants to heal and grow stronger at literally any age. Real progress doesn't come from dramatic, exhausting workout routines. It comes from quiet decisions that we repeat daily. So I want to leave you with this question to think about. What is your next quiet decision to protect your freedom today? Maybe, just maybe, it's standing up from the chair you're sitting in right now with real purpose and care for the very first time.